Welcome everyone to the Little Sanctum. My name is Chris, and so I'm going to be tapping into spirit, and also to Goddess and to my spirit team to give you guys a message that's wanting to come through. This is a timeless message, so you can listen to it anytime, whenever it does cross your feed. Yeah, so let's get started. What's coming through right now is this little it's like, I don't know, what is it? It's understanding what you are into, in a sense of where your pleasures are, where your discomforts are, and how you wish to communicate just that. So it's less about communicating and it's more about your own acceptance of being okay with being soft, being okay with having a variety of extremes that you get to lean into, right? These contrasts, they make up who you are, right? They show you who you are. They show you your strengths and your abilities and your pleasures and joys, and you get to see an aspect of yourself that no one else gets to see, in a sense that you get to see yourself before anyone sees you. And when you get to see yourself and be comfortable in it, go through all the varying emotions of it. You share, of course, with a certain few that have the capacity to show up and be present with you. And at the same time, it's like, because you get to see yourself, it's nothing is news. It just is, you know? It just is. And so when you get to see yourself, you get to truly experience all aspects of you. And they're not leaking out. Those aspects of you aren't leaking out. They're not, because you're not trying to suppress them. When you get to experience the contrast of you and be a bit more compassionate about what's showing up, having the courage and the capacity to surround yourself with a trusted few that you can show these phases of yourself, it really makes life a bit easier to go about, right? A bit easier to live and experience. So let's see what Spirit has in store for you and what she wants to communicate to you guys. Okay. All right. Okay, so, sorry. The first one is pause. And so this pause card, I feel like, is it's touching upon having the courage to actually see yourself. And when I say see yourself, I mean acknowledge the space in which you can be filled, the space in which that you move, the space in which you exist. It's the in-between spaces that you meet yourself, your truest self, because there is nothing other than purity. There is no other influence. It is the space in between is the potential and the possible of being influenced. And so in that purest place, you get to meet yourself. And that acknowledgement, that type of experience, it comes through from meditative states, from meeting yourself, from being quiet, from allowing the voices to speak, the thoughts to run, and to sit there with yourself and be present with who you are and how you show up. And to hear, eventually you'll end up hearing who you are, what you like, what you don't like. And it's nice. It's really pleasant when you get to meet yourself in that place of pleasantry. You get to create life the way it's meant to be created, the way it's meant to be expressed, the way it's meant to be played with, the way life wants you to play with her, right? The way life wants you to create with her. And you get to truly intentionally trickle in your essence and infuse it with the components that you are choosing to play with, you're choosing to interact with. Acceptance of love. In this acceptance of love, it's an acceptance of your true knowing, your true being. You get to meet yourself in all its magic, in all its beauty, and the roots that you've already the roots that have already, what is it? It's like you have put in these roots. You have decided, I'm gonna ground myself here. And you get to see those parts. It's beautiful. And it can be painful because you begin to see where you've rooted yourself, and maybe even acknowledge that the places that you have, they may not be the most ideal place, and yet this is where you are. And you can clean that up and shift it. Because it could be that the roots that you've put in are a bit weak. And then at the same time, you'll notice that the roots that you did put in, there's an aspect of it that it's beautiful and powerful and strong, and that it was meant to be there. Eventually you get to a place where you know that you don't need to do anything to it. You don't have to physically dig it out, cut it out. You don't have to physically pry it out of the ground. It's just, you know it's there. And you get to feel into your body and know that when it's ready to release itself, If it even does, then it will. And if it wishes to transform, you are okay with that too. And that's a beautiful place. Higher ground. Being in a place where you get to see yourself, to see what you have cultivated, what you have experienced, and where you want to go, how you want to build and create the life that you wish to have. The people that you want to surround yourself with, the activities you want to do, the experiences that you want to have. These desires, they don't have to be things that are long lasting. Not for everyone, everything is meant to be long lasting, nor is it a desire that everyone has. At the same time, it's having the courage to be like, okay, you know what? I know this may not be long lasting, and yet it is a desire I have. So do you have the courage to lean into it? Because sometimes that little detour or that little scenery, that little scenic view, it might actually give you the type of medicine, the lesson, the story, a better clarity on where you are, where you're going, and what you want to have. Sometimes that type of contrast, just one, it allows you to breathe, and it also allows you to say hey to life and show up in it. And from time to time, just take a breather and allow yourself to enjoy and indulge in a way that it feels like a vacation, right? So allow yourself to lean into it and see where life wants you to go, where she wants you to move and breathe. Because at the end of the day, that's what Goddess's intention is for you to have the full spectrum and the depth of experience that is available being a human. And so taking advantage of that and having the courage to lean into it. King of Swords. Now, this little King of Swords, it's pure consciousness, pure, like the ability to genuinely see what's happening and to be in a very determined, focused being who knows what to work through and is just very goal oriented and has a capacity to alchemize what is intended. And it's always trying to get to the higher level, next level of the highest. And the thing is, sometimes that is where you need to give yourself a break and just allow yourself to be human. Allow yourself to feel yucky, to feel like crap, and to kind of just put garbage into your body, to know what it is that you indulge yourself in. You know it's not great for you, and yet you still do it, right? And it's to cut yourself some slack. There's nothing wrong with like trying to build yourself and get yourself to a certain place, but also just a little detour, a little pause along the track, and enjoying the scenic view, enjoying the experience that life has for you. So what else do you have for the collective, goddess? Three of Swords. It's like, don't be sabotaging yourself. I feel like you are mentally mentally shaming and guilting yourself for not being where you are wanting to be. You're upset with you not getting to the place that you thought you would be at. Yeah, you're upset with yourself for not being where you are intending to be. So let's see what else Goddess has in store for you. Ace of Wands. This is where you get to be creative with what you're creating and how you're going about it. How life wants to unfold and unravel for you. Because I feel like you're finding your newfound courage on what life has for you. And it's not only that life is providing you things, you're also understanding and seeing that you yourself want these things too. You want it. And you're having the courage to go about it, even though you know it may be impermanent. And you're like, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the impermanence. I'm okay with the uncertainty. I'm okay with it being a short-lived experience. I still want to have it. At the same time, it's not like you're stepping in anticipating when it's going to end or when this experience is going to end, when it's going to implode. It's saying there's a possibility it may implode, and there's a possibility it is long term. I would love for it to be long term, but I don't know what the outcome is going to be. And right now, this is inspiring me, it's moving me, and so I'm going to lean into that. So let's see. Creature of Earth, take charge. And so what I feel like with this is you're really, so it's this little in-between phase that you're in. So you are taking charge, and you are finding where you are feeling weak and self-conscious of how to step in. But lean into it. Lean into it. Continue to do that work of seeing where you are second guessing how you're showing up and what you are wanting. And do that work. you will get to exactly where you need to be. You will receive that physical result, that physical tangible result. And it's a matter of you leaning into it, doing that work, meeting those challenges, and flowing with it. I'm going to be leaving the message here, and I wish you guys all the best, and I'll speak to you guys soon.